say that my behavior's unacceptable, so condescending, unnecessarily critical. I have a tendency of getting very physical, so watch your step, cause if I do, you'll need a miracle. You drain me dry, make me wonder why I'm even here. The double vision I was seeing is finally clear. You want to stay, but you know very well I want you gone. Not fit to fucking tread the ground that I'm walking on. When it gets cold outside and you've got nobody to love, you'll understand what I mean when I say there's nowhere we're gonna give up. Like a leader who cries in the face of a monster that lives in a dream. Yeah. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What you were doing was screwing things up inside my head. You should know better, you never listen to what I said. Touching your pillow and writhing in the naked sweat, hoping somebody someday will do you like I did. When it gets cold outside and you've got nobody to love, you'll understand what I mean when I say there's nowhere we're gonna give up. Like a leader who cries in the face of a monster that lives in a dream. Yeah. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. Does it kill? Does it burn? Is it painful to learn that it's me who has all the control? Does it thrill? Does it sting when you feel what I bring and you wish that you had me to hold? When it gets cold outside and you've got nobody to love, you'll understand what I mean when I say there's nowhere we're gonna give up. Like a leader who cries in the face of a monster that lives in a dream. Yeah. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. You're my heaven, and I'm your hell. She's my weapon, and I can tell you're falling. I'm not here to sell. Get off my level and end my spell. It's just a masochistic love. I've got the push under your shove. It's not the anger in your heart, been in the pocket from the start. I'm not the fire in your chest, I'm just the words under your breath. Don't take the liar to your heart, he'll be the one to give you death. But we've got love drugs, someone's going crazy. Doesn't happen, baby. Let me out my mind, can't have another moment in another moment. Running in the wild west, take me back, you know my love's a weapon. Oh, blood is in my veins, you got my message in your brain. I'm not the one to go insane, but I'll keep walking to my grave. It's not like a god life, I live a little, 2 times, 3 times, I live a little. God, my mind's insane when you keep messing with my brain. But we've got love drugs, someone's going crazy. Doesn't happen, baby. Let me out my mind, can't have another moment in another moment. Running in the wild west, take me back, you know my love's a weapon. Time. Don't get me wrong, I'm just a human in this life. I'm not the one to tell you live right, but the signs are gone and the eyes are closed. In the words we speak are the last we'll know. I'm just a human.
This life, like a swinging vine, swing my heart across the line. In my face is flashing signs. Seek it out and ye shall find. Old, but I'm not that old. Young, but I'm not that bold. And I don't think the world was sold. I'm just doing what we're told. I feel something so right, doing the wrong thing. And I feel something so wrong, but doing the right thing. I couldn't lie, couldn't lie, couldn't lie. Everything that kills me makes me feel alive. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that
you ready for some Potters baseball? Potters Baseball, brought to you by Stone's Broadcast Networks. And now for the play-by-play, here is Mark the Phantom Lowe.
Well, good evening and welcome, everybody. Playoff baseball at McBean Stadium in lovely Lincoln, California. Mark the Phantom Lowe, along with Evan the Engineer. Luke Stoutwalker is with us as well. Mad Max over there, JPL, Willie Preston on the PA. We're all here. We have just been bowled over, if I might say, by a rendition of the Star Spangled Banner from Rob Walker, who just took the guitar out and shredded. And then right after he got done, he walked up and he signed with Slayer. So he's going to be working with them, or Mumford & Sons. One of the two, we're waiting for him. And he'll be fitting right in with either one of those outfits. And so it got us off to a great start. The Healdsburg Prune Packers are in town for Game 1 of the PEO playoffs, a best-of-3 situation. Justin Santiago is out on the mound for your Lincoln Potters, 5-3 with a 2.86 ERA, just signed to the University of Utah. 59 strikeouts in 44 innings, and I think the Healdsburg media staff, they have 300 or 400 people here today, and they gave us some great stats here. And we found out that Justin is the leading strikeout pitcher in the PEL with 59 in 44 innings. He's going to face a very formidable lineup of Prune Packers that Evan's going to put up on the screen for us here, and I hope he is. There he is, Rex Watson, the leading hitter in the league at 483, leads it off. Goulden Martinez, a guard who leads the league in homers with a dozen. Dane Morrow, Jake McCoy, Cade Campbell, Camden Soes, and Matthew Mansberry, the shortstop. Austin Steves is the pitcher, left-hander out of Stanford University, and that is the batting order for your Healdsburg Prune Packers, who finished the season 36-7, 20-5 in conference play. They took the number 1 spot. Potters with a furious rally to finish the season. 9 out of their last 10 they won, and they came in second, just a game ahead of the Medford Rogues. So we're getting ready for action. Santiago out on the mound. Dad Tony, Mom Patricia. Hello, get that right. They're out there. And also another special person who's watching in. We'll mention her in just a little bit. But first, here is Rex Watson out of Coastal Carolina, 483 as we mentioned, also 5 home runs. He's scored 25 runs. Left-hand hitting outfielder, and we're getting ready. It's playoff time, and the first pitch is a swing and a miss from Santiago, 0-1. First pitch was at 6:36, so we just about got this one off on time. Great ceremony before the game to honor the workers, staff, families who've been part of the Potters since they started back in 2017. The 10-year club, as it were. 0-1 pitch, fouled out of play by Rex, 0-2. Willie Preston, our own Willie Preston, was proudly amongst that group. He had to announce himself, as he has been here since Game 1 and not missed a game since that first one back in 2017. So a great ceremony there. Then we had Rob Walker shredding the anthem, and now we're ready for some baseball on a beautiful night. It is pretty sunny. Sun will play a part in this one as the 0-2 comes in and Rex takes it low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kyle Pedersen behind the plate for your Lincoln Potters tonight. Both teams in the dark outfits. Potters with the dark blue. Healdsburg, I guess that's a burgundy or something, Evan. I don't know. It's a black. It's a burgundy. It's got black with burgundy numbers. It's the wine country. What can you do? 1-2 pitch coming up. Lifted foul down the left field line. Great crowd out here tonight. Don't have the grassy knoll filled in just yet, but great crowd here under the tarp. Enjoying the day. Also, I don't know if it's officially a Wine and Wiener Wednesday, but I know the bacon-wrapped hot dogs are out there because I saw Evan have one. And Evan was very impressive in his pregame ritual today as he got the bacon-wrapped hot dog and just, it was gone. That's hit out toward left field. Brady Dobson shielding his eyes. He'll have to move back. Still moving back, and it's over his head. And it's off the wall. And Watson with the double. That's the way the game started on Saturday, is a ball that's out to left field, and it's just a very difficult area to take care of. That one's carried far enough that it was a one-hopper bottom of the fence. And Watson has himself a double, and here's Cannon Golden. 4-12 for Golden, and Brady Dobson had the shade going up and thought he had a bit of it. Then it was carrying a little bit further and just couldn't make the play. And the Prune Packers have a guy on second base with nobody out, and Golden to the place. We said 4-12 for Golden. He is out of Ole Miss. Another left-handed hitter. After this pitch, we will get, and that is down low. Let's get that defensive alignment, Evan. For the Potters, Dobson in the left, Madsen in center, Jackson Norton over in right. It's Guanzon at third, Miller at short, Grove second, and McGraw at first, and Kyle Pedersen behind the plate. Justin Santiago out on the mound. It's a 1-ball, no strike count to Kenan Golden. Nice breaking pitch in there, swung on and missed, and it is 1-1. Trevion Martinez, who's tonight's catcher, on deck. Then J.C. Osario Agard, the leading home run hitter with 12. He's also second in RBIs with 42. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Potters straight away and deep. That one's grounded over toward third. Guanzon's going to look the runner back and gun it across the diamond. He got him at first base. So Ian looks back the runner at second base, throws Golden out at first. There's an out without an advancement, so a big out right there for the Potters. 1 down. And Trevion Martinez will be the hitter. He is out of the University of California at San Diego. Don't think he's caught in a game here this year against the Potters. He's hitting .322 with 4 homers. Just about everybody on the lineup for the Packers has 4 or 5 homers. A couple of guys don't, but most of them do. Agard, as we mentioned, with 12. Cade Campbell has 7. So here is Martinez. Slider is outside. The runner thought he was going to go as the ball popped out of the glove, and then we got a strike call that was a little bit delayed, I think, is what I'm going to call that. Since the ball popped out of his glove, then he picked it up, and then he called strike. And Martinez is like, okay. He has to be careful, though, since he's the opposing catcher. He's going to have to sit in front of the umpire for 9 innings. But still kind of was surprised by the timing of the whole thing. 0-1 coming up. Check swing, that looked pretty good. It's in there for a strike. 92 from Santiago. So Martinez, who didn't like the first call, and that one just was a good-looking pitch right there. Just caught that outside corner at 92. Watson still out at second base. Groves trying to keep him close, the second baseman. There's another slider, but that one is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Martinez with Agard to follow. So we said Santiago is tops in the league with 59 strikeouts. He is tied for second in wins with 5. Behind Herman Luna from Medford, who had 6. That one in the dirt. Pedersen blocked it. It's in front of him. Watson kind of rolled his eyes at himself because he thought he should have taken off there, but he saw the ball. Kyle Pedersen did not. And it is 2-2 on Martinez. Great crowd out here. Checking out the first game of the PEL playoffs. It's going to be great crowds when they go back to Healdsburg. I believe game 2 is on Friday, and then game 3 is necessary is Saturday. 2-2 pitch. Chopped over the mound. Groves is going to give ground, makes the jumping catch, throws it to first, not in time. Nice play by Groves at second, but not much he could do as that ball took a big hop, lifted him off the ground. It's an infield single. Going to third is Watson, and now with runners at first and third and 1 out, the top home run hitter and the second leading RBI guy in the PEL, J.C. Osario Agard, will be coming to the plate. He is coming to us out of San Jose State University. The first baseman with .342 average, 12 home runs and 42 runs batted in. Adam Enyart from Humboldt, 48 runs batted in, so he is the top man in that group. He also has 46 games played. Here's the pitch. Inside, and that hit him right above the knee or on the knee, hopefully above the knee, because that would hurt if it hit you on the knee. That's going to load the bases. So it started off with a Sun-aided double, then a ground out, then an infield single, now a hit batter, and the bases are loaded for Dane Morrow. Dane coming to us from University of Michigan has a 3-run home run on this field earlier in the season and has 6 home runs altogether with 35 runs batted in. And he has scored 34 runs. He is the right fielder tonight, and the Potters obviously looking for a double play here as Santiago. He's going to work from the stretch for Morrow, and that first pitch is in there for a called strike at 92. Right at the knees on the inside corner for Justin. So 0-1 on Dane Morrow. He's followed by Jake McCoy, who also has some power with 5 home runs. Outfield again, straight away and deep for Morrow. He takes that fastball outside, 1-1. Pretty consistently at 92 for Justin, who is recently committed to the University of Utah. Takes the deep breath and looks in at Pedersen to get the sign. And finally gets one he likes. Breaking ball, beautiful pitch in there, strike 2. Caught that extreme outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes, a pitch that Morrow and I, and probably some others, gave up on. And it found its way into the strike zone. So coming up to 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Swings and misses. Another slider at the back foot of Morrow, and he gets the strikeout, and now he's got Jake McCoy. So not out of the woods yet. McCoy hitting .327 with 28 runs batted in and 5 home runs. He is also out of San Jose State University, and he is the DH tonight for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. First strikeout for Santiago. Again, straight away and deep. Right inside. It comes off Peterson. Here comes the runner from third. The toss, the tag, he's safe. Watson scores for the first run of the game. Moving up to third is Martinez, to second is Agar. The ball did not get away that far, but Watson, who kind of didn't move when he was at second base, wasn't going to let that happen again as he took off quickly. Peterson had the ball. Santiago a little bit late getting to the plate, and I think Justin took a tumble with Watson sliding in, and so Eli Garcia is going to go have a check on his pitcher. And so that's the primary thing right now, is to make sure that Justin is okay. As again, that ball did not get away so very far, but Watson instantly took off for the plate. And Santiago a touch late covering. And Watson head first in front of the tag, and that puts the Prune Packers on top. And I think hopefully Justin will be okay. He'll probably get a couple of pitches to he took the tumble and make sure that everything's working okay. Again, McCoy is the hitter now with the runners at second and third. And that pitch was called ball 1. So here we step in again, and hopefully McCoy looking for something. I say, well, that little timeout there, maybe he'll just try to groove one and get ahead. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs here in the first. That's a fastball in there for a strike, 1-1. Prune Packers on the board first with a wacky run. It was a fly ball to left field that was lost in the sun, and then infield single and a pass ball. Watson making it happen again. That's outside, 2-1. Watson also leading the league in the OPS category at more than 1.4. So he is a weapon at the top of the order for the Prune Packers. 2-1 now on McCoy. Slider catches the outside corner, so it's 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes on Jake McCoy. Here comes Santiago, 2-2 pitch. Hit down the third base line, but that's a foul ball. Went with the breaking ball again, and McCoy turned it over down the left field line into the Packers bullpen. And we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We got a Sun-aided double. We got a strikeout. We got a hit by pitch. We got a pass ball. We got all kinds of stuff going on, and we're just in the top of the first. 2-2. Fouled off. Fastball again at 92 from Justin Santiago out of Laverne, California. He was at St. Mary's, then he got injured, had to sit out, and now he's come back and had a great summer. 5-3 with a 286 and 59 strikeouts, now 60. And he is headed to the University of Utah. 2-2 to McCoy. Look out, it sails over his head. Here comes the runner from third. No, he's not going to go. No, the throw back to third's not going to be in time. So the Prune Packers kind of escaped one there. As coming down from third was Martinez, and he got down about half, maybe a quarter of the way, halfway. Said, no, I don't think I'm going to make it, and went back. Pedersen was flipping it to Justin, and Justin's throw to third to Guanzon was a little bit too late. In this meantime, Agard was coming down from second. He had to reverse field and get back to second. But it all worked out for the Prune Packers, and now it's a full count on McCoy with Cade Campbell on deck. Breaking ball's popped up. Shortstop is shielding his eyes. That's Miller. And Shane makes the catch. So Santiago makes the best of a bad situation, but the Prune Packers put one up on the board. We go to the bottom of the first. It's Healdsburg 1. Potters coming to bat.
Hey, Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it. We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so meeting the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Bottom of the first inning, Potters down 1-0. It will be Ethan Grove starting us off. In fact, Evan, if you've got the information, why don't you post it up on the screen there? Grove, Squanzon, and McGraw. Shane Miller batting fourth. Jackson Norton, Dobson hitting sixth. Pedersen, Bland, and Madsen for the Potters. And, of course, Justin Santiago out on the mound. Austin Steves is the pitcher for the Prune Packers. He delivers an 87-mile-an-hour fastball right over the plate to Ethan Groves, who has been just a discovery for the Potters, an undiscovered gem. He was on the team early, then left, and then came back, and is hitting .368. Swings and misses at that one. 12 RBIs. He scored 32 runs for the Potters. and has really been one of the catalysts of this late season surge. There's been about half dozen, but he's been right there out of Sac City College. Hits a grounder down to first, but it's foul. Rosario Agard is going to flag it down there. So it's quickly 0-2 on Ethan. He's followed by Guanzon and Mr. Ty McGraw. Lefty, righty, lefty against the lefty Austin Steves, who's 9 in the third inning, 6 hits, 3 runs, 15 strikeouts. He's 1-0. Hit right back up the middle off the foot of the pitcher, picked up at third by Soes. He won't make a play, and Ethan Groves has done it again, a base hit to start off the bottom of the first. As Ian Guanzon comes up to the plate, let's show, if we can, the defensive alignment for the Prune Packers. They've got Golden in left, they got Watson in center, and over in right is Dane Morrow. Soes at third, Mansberry the shortstop, Campbell and Agard at first. Behind the plate, Trevian Martinez, and on the mound, Austin Steves. Here's Ian Guanzon, another one of those guys that's been the catalyst for the Potters. He's only played in about 14 or 15 games, and he has 20 runs scored, 23 batted in, and 4 home runs. Oh, yeah, and a .389 batting average as well. So he is one of the more veteran guys on the team, one of the team leaders, and he's up here with Groves at first base. And that's dropped in there for a strike by Steves. Steves from Stanford University, and that's good. Potters have had many guys from Stanford over the years. That year they went to the College World Series, I think we had 7 or 8 guys that had been Potters that were on the roster there. Groves with a decent lead at first. Here's the pitch. Ian takes in there for call, strike 2. Right at the top of the strike zone. He's going to step out and think about it for a second, but it is 0-2 on Guanzon. Ty McGraw to follow, then Shane Miller. A couple more left-handed hitters for the Potters against Steves. 0-2 pitch on the way. Ian takes in the dirt. Nice block by Martinez behind the plate to keep Groves at first base. And a 1-2 count on Ian Guanzon out of Chico, California, East Tennessee State University for Ian. And he has been a rock at third base for the Potters ever since he took over down there. He fouls that one off to the right. 88-mile-an-hour fastball from Steves. And it stays 1-2 strikes. Piper the Peacock with his Super Soaker and his Secret Service detail making his way behind home plate. It's been a good summer for the Super Soaker. Groves with the lead again at first. Guanzon takes outside for a ball, 2-2. I think that ball was right where Martinez wanted it, but he just missed the outside corner. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ian Guanzon. We're in the bottom of the first inning from McBean Stadium in lovely Lincoln, California. We say hi to everybody checking us out on YouTube, Lincoln Potters Baseball or Stones Broadcasting Network. Either one, we welcome you. Ian takes call, strike 3. And Ian is going to just trudge on back, and that means I do not agree with your assessment, ump. And it was a generous outside corner to be sure. And here's McGraw. Ty's just been sensational, 381, 10 home runs, second in the PEL, and he's only played 26 games. To make that 25 games. Third in RBIs, and he's played 25 games. So he has 10 home runs, 41 runs batted in. Swings and misses. Off-speed pitch, breaking ball down in the dirt. Slider away from Ty, and he is behind in the count 0-1 with Shane Miller to follow. Groves over at first base after the infield single to open the bottom of the first. The Potters trail it 1-0. Ty rips one to right field, but it's going to stay up right there for the right fielder Morrow for the second out. 113 miles an hour off the bat for Ty McGraw, and he flies out right to Dane Morrow. Hits it anywhere else, that's a couple of extra bases, but that's not the way things work. It goes where it goes, and with 2 outs, here's Shane Miller. 113 is about one of the higher numbers I've seen all year. I think he had a 418-foot home run that was 111. So that shows you how hard that ball was hit. And Morrow handles it in right field for the second out. And here's Miller. 397 for Shane with 4 home runs and 32 RBIs. And there goes Groves. The pitch is outside. The throw to second is just a little bit too late. And Groves is in there with a stolen base. Martinez popped up and just gunned that thing to second. But Groves, a good enough jump on Steves that he was able to get in there and stay on the bag, more importantly, once he got there, and put himself into scoring position. A 1-ball, no strike count, as that one conveniently from Martinez was outside to the left-handed hitter, and he was able to catch and step into it. But Groves had the jump. Shane takes a strike. 1-1. Seems that if you throw a slider and you can catch that front of the plate, then you're in pretty good shape tonight. 1-1. And he's outside. Another nice block by Martinez. Keeps Grove at second base. 2 balls and 1 strike on Shane, who's out of Gilbert, Arizona, and University of New Mexico, a really popular school for Potters players. 2 balls, 1 strike. High and inside, 3-1. Jackson Norton from the right side will be next if Shane can reach base. So it's 3-1 on Miller. That's outside, ball 4. So Miller gets the base on balls. He's at first base. Groves is at second. Here's Jackson Norton, who hopefully is calmed down from his heroics last, I believe that was Thursday, when he hit the walk-off home run to beat the Mudcats 8-6 in a game. Obviously, the Potters needed all their games down the stretch, and that was a huge one. And Jackson went yard on that one, his 3rd of the season. He has 20 runs batted in. He has 26 runs scored and batting .266 for Mr. Norton. It's an unofficial Wine and Wiener Wednesday. Now we got the umpires talking to somebody on the Potters side. I'm thinking it's probably a holdover from the Guanzon call, strike 3, but that's just me. So it's a little early to start going to the dugouts as Curtis the Beer Man, one of the more popular people here at McBean, walks by. A beer man who once bowled a 300 game. You don't see that every day. So here's Jackson. He takes inside corner for a strike. Perfectly placed by Steves to get the call on Jackson Norton, who's out of Sacramento, California, and St. Mary's College. Miller at first, Groves at second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Jackson takes a ball, 1-1. I'm very, very reluctant to make a call with this umpire. He's a very, deliberate, I guess we'll call it. 1 ball, 1 strike on Norton. He takes that and it gets away from the catcher, and moving up to third is Groves. To second is Miller. That's going to be a pass ball on the catcher, and it puts 2 runners in scoring position for Jackson Norton, who now is ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. So both pitchers laboring a little bit here in the first inning. Crazy stuff going on. And here's Norton. Chops that one foul. So it's 2-2 on Jackson, who's had injuries a little bit in the middle of the season. And we talked to him after the game on Thursday, and he was just finally kind of feeling better. So hopefully that'll manifest itself here. 2 ball, 2 strike count on Jackson, who's out in right field for Lincoln tonight. Outside, ball 3. Brady Dobson is the on-deck hitter. Oh, the great Rob Walker's up here from the Star Spangled Banner. Maybe I'll get an autograph before he goes off with Slayer. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4 outside. So Brady Dobson will be the hitter, left-handed hitting left fielder out of Stockton, California, hitting .248. 1 home run and 15 runs batted in. Brady hangs in against the slider from the left-handed Steve. Let's see if Austin goes stretch or wind up. As Dobson steps in, he's out of Cal State Fullerton. In addition to being from Stockton, California, the 209. And Steves is going to go with the stretch. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Outside, ball 1. Dobson has a home run. He's driven in 15. 1-0 coming up from Steves. That's in there for a strike. Nice looking pitch. Bends it in at 78 for a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Hopefully people are taking advantage of the bacon wrapped hot dogs down there. It is a Wednesday, a special Wednesday, but a Wednesday nonetheless. Dobson pops it down the left field line. That should go out of play on the grassy knoll, and it does. One ball, 2 strikes on Brady Dobson. I tell you, my own interns are really hitting. The interns are on fire today. Mad Max is on fire. Now Elena's on fire. It's crazy what's going on today. Here's the 1-2. Rips it to right field, and it is caught out there. What a play by Dane Morrow. Robs Dobson of a base hit, robs the Potters of a couple of runs here in the bottom of the first. We go to the second. Healdsburg on top, 1-0.
Buy a personalized brick for you, your loved ones, or your business, and show everyone your commitment to Lincoln baseball. Framed and engraved by our own Lincoln High Ag program students, your brick will be featured on unique movable brick walls. Find your name in the stadium entrance for the 2024 and 2025 seasons. Then visit your brick in its permanent home inside the stadium. Bricks can be purchased here for $250. Get it now at friendsofmcbean.org.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Hi, Bill Evans, president of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in our store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helps keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve, and getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends.
Top of the second inning, Potters trail at 1-0, hit a couple of bullets in the bottom of the first, but Dane Morrow up to the task in right field and a diving catch there to end the game, end the inning with the bases loaded. And here is Cade Campbell to start off the second inning. He'll take a strike. Cade out of University of California, Berkeley, hitting .320. He is amongst the league leaders in home runs with 7. He will be followed by Camden Soes and Matthew Mansberry, 7, 8, and 9 against Justin Santiago. Swing and a miss. And before we go any further, Justin, as I said, Mom Patricia, Dad Tony is here, but Grandma Rosa Barros, she's also watching. She's not here, but she's watching. And I'm told that when Tony and Patricia are at home and I mention them, she calls them up. So hopefully she'll call them when I mention her. So Rosa, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. Here's Campbell. Fouls it out of play. Going to also Rob Walker, the famous Rob Walker, who just shredded the national anthem, Eternal Terror is the name of his band. So if you want to hire him, go to eternalterror.org or something. I don't know. I'm sure you could figure it out. I'm sure they play all the regular places, and I can attest to his shredding capabilities if that's what you're looking for. Hit out to shortstop very slowly, so cut off at third by Guanzon and rolls up his arm, and it's going to be an error and allow Campbell to reach first. Don't know that he would have been able to throw him out, but I think he probably would have. And so kind of some tough luck is snake bit Mr. Justice Santiago. He had a double in the first inning that was lost in the sun, and now an error to open up the second. Cameron Sows, who's tonight's dueling dog batter. There's not a lot of great options on the Packers team, to be honest. I think we should just make their whole team the dueling dogs batter, and if you strike into them out, you get a half price. But nobody asked me about these things. So here's Camden Sows out of University of Santa Clara University, the Broncos, home of Steve Nash and Kurt Rambis. He'll take high and inside for a ball, which I know neither of those are baseball players. 1 ball and no strikes to Sows, who's hitting .296 with Matthew Mansberry on deck. Santiago, that one was 89 miles an hour. Creeping off at first, here's the pitch, and he checks his swing, and it is a ball, I believe. Yes, it is. I'll ask the first base umpire, and he did not go around. So it's quickly 2-0. So if you want to get a hold of Rob, it's Eternal Terror. I bet they have some pretty good merchandise. I'll have to talk to him about that. I would totally sport the Eternal Terror T-shirt. 2-0. Just getting started here in the top of the second. Runner at first via the error is Cade Campbell. That's a fastball. It's a little bit too high. 3 balls and no strikes. Packers had the bases loaded in the first inning, scored the run on the pass ball, and then loaded the bases again and eventually popping out to end the inning. Potters had the bases loaded, didn't score in the bottom of the first. 3-0 pitches in there for a strike, 3-1. At 91 to Sows. 3-1, and the Dueling Dogs mixtape is going. Willie's got it going. A lot of fans going down to visit Curtis the Beerman anyway. That's popped up right side out of play. They don't care if it's going to be Dueling Dogs. They got to go down and get a beer. Curtis is the most popular establishment in town, although Sabores de Mexico and Fat Cat really are, quote-unquote, barking at his heels. And then the crazy lady with the waffle on a stick, they're here today. Dr. Evil. So they got a lot going on. Just threw it together on a Wednesday. 3-2 coming up. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. It's half price. Dueling Dogs. Second strikeout for Santiago. And now people who just bought a beer are kind of going, why didn't I wait? Why didn't I wait? More importantly, 1 out here for the Prune Packers in the second, and that'll bring up Matthew Mansberry. Not a typical number 9 hitter. He is bound for University of Michigan, and he's batting .387. So he plays a tremendous shortstop as well for the Prune Packers. Up here with 1 out. He fouls that one off, a fastball at 92 from Santiago. Rex Watson, the leadoff hitter, on deck. That one's fouled off again. So keeping it inside and keeping it around 91 or 92 for Santiago, and he's got Mansberry in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Matthew, we're in number 11 for the Prune Packers. Look out, that's inside and hit him, and you don't, first of all, you don't want him to be hurt. It hit him on the forearm, it looked like. So that's bad, and if you're a Potter, you don't want to lose a guy that's 0-2 and hit him. Second hit batter by Santiago today. And they may take a second for Matthew to figure out he's doing okay with the right arm. Hopefully he is. That one was at 91 by Santiago. And they're going to just give him, hopefully he'll be fine to go. You don't want to lose your shortstop. And he'll go down to first base, looking at the forearm. So runners now at first and second, and very dangerous Rex Watson at the plate. He had a fly ball to left field that Brady Dobson lost in the sun, which we were almost going to lay book on the fact that somebody's going to lose it in the sun. We had a bunch of them in the last couple of weeks, and Watson was able to get a double out of the situation, and he later scored on a pass ball. Leading the league in hitting at .483, leading in OPS at 1.413 out of Coastal Carolina. So Santiago having to throw a lot of pitches here in the first couple of innings. An error and a hit batter in this inning. And put the runners at first and second. And Watson, left-handed hitter from Coastal Carolina. Outside with the fastball, 1-0. Potter's looking to turn the double play on Watson here with one out in the second. Cowbells are a-rocking. A lot of those great Star Wars jerseys. Although Potter's Star Wars jerseys, nothing like them. They're awesome. 1-0 pitch. It's lifted foul outside of a third and out of play. 1-1. Grassy Knoll kind of filling up a little bit. You know, we do have the kids zone out there still. Everything going. VIP area. I mean, you know, got a couple of people out there VIPing. Got to have VIPs when you're in the playoffs. First game of the PEL playoffs, you got to have VIPs. Even if you take regular people and turn them into VIPs for the occasion. 1-1 it is. Outside for a ball, 2-1. Watson followed by Kenan Golden at the top of the order for the Prune Packers, who come in here at 36-7, 20-5 in conference play. Potter's beat them twice, both times here, both times by a single run. Once on a walk-off strikeout, which was bizarre. Hit right into right field for a base hit. Norton comes up throwing and gets it in quickly, so keeps the runner station to station, but Watson delivers the base hit to right field. That is the bases loaded with one out and Golden coming to the plate. So Potter's hit the ball hard. That one was 111 off the bat. Potter's had a 113 in their half, but hit it up in the air and got it out to the right fielder. That time Watson drilled it through the right side, and he is at first base. Here comes Nate Kajowski to talk to Justin Santiago as Golden, who grounded to third his first time up, will be the hitter. Cannon out of Mississippi, hitting .412 with 12 runs batted in. As for the second time, in the second inning in a row, the Prune Packers have loaded the bases. That is their second hit. They've also benefited from a Potter's error and been hit by a pitch twice. And Kajowski is out there long enough that the umpire says, you know, we're just getting started here, and if I let you guys go too long, then I'm going to have to let everybody go too long, you know. If I let you stay up late, then your brother will want to stay up late, that whole thing. And so he finally succeeds in prying everybody apart. And we'll go back to the action with Kenan Golden coming to the plate. Left-hand hitter out in left field for the Prune Packers. And he just wants to stay at the plate long enough for the sun to go down so he can play at left field without having to shield his eyes from the sun the whole night. So it's Campbell at third, it's Mansberry at second, and it's Watson over at first. And Golden at the plate. Down in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Game 2 of this series is Friday in Healdsburg, and Game 3 Saturday if necessary. Also in Healdsburg. Outfield straight away and just shielding their eyes for the most part. Fastball is ball 2. Last two at 85 and 86 from Santiago. And Golden now 2-0. He's got behind him Trevian Martinez and Osorio Agard. 3 and 4 hitters coming up after Cannon. hits that out. A little blooper out into short left center field. That'll drop for a base hit. It'll score one. Here comes the second one. It'll score the second one as the ball is cut off. It's a 2-run single for Golden, and the Packers are up 3-0. Watson all the way over to third. A ball not hit hard, but perfectly placed for Golden. He now has 14 runs batted in. And it's a 3-0 count for the Prune Packers. Still just one out, and now Trevian Martinez, who had an infield single the first time up, will be the hitter. Just a perfect placement on that one. Kind of came in on the hands, it looked like. And Golden muscled it out over shortstop for a 2-run single. And here's Martinez. 4 homers on the year with 20 RBI for Martinez out of UCSD. Still just one out. Runner at first is Golden, see if he's going. He is not. The swing and a miss. Threw the slider at him, and he went after it. 0-1 to Martinez. Hitting .322. Padres bullpen beginning to move around out there. That's lifted high down the right field line. McGraw is in chase. It's a foul ball, and it'll drop out there for the second strike. So it's 0-2 on Trevian Martinez. McGraw went well down the right field line. We'll have to come on back. Lost the hat and everything. So he will come back and hold on. Kenan Golden at first base with 2 strikes on Trevian Martinez. Short lead by Golden. In the dirt, Pedersen with a nice block, keeping that from going to the backstop. Keeping the runner at third and the runner at first. And now it's 1-2 on Martinez. Brady Dobson deep in left field, just trying to shade his eyes so he sees the ball if it comes to him. Madsen doing a little bit of the same in center field. Breaking balls hit down to third. Guanzon's going to go to second for 1. Groves tries to turn it. It's not going to be in time. So it's a fielder's choice and an RBI for Martinez. Third run of the inning scoring, and it's going to be in the person of Rex Watson. Martinez will take over at first as Golden is retired. Packers have scored 3 with the benefit of 1 hit. And it'll bring up J.C. Osorio-Agard, who was hit by a pitch his first time up, the league leader in home runs and second in runs batted in. Fouls that one against the screen. 91 from Justin. Dane Morrow to follow, but the Padres need to get Agard here and go back and try to chip away at this 4-0 lead for the Prune Packers. That's inside and gets away, and I think it got the umpire on the hand. Santiago's got to run it down himself as Martinez will go down to second base. And they're going to, that's right, you're going to change the baseball there. So everybody's getting nicked up here. Hopefully everybody's okay, umpire included, as it's 1-1 on Agard. JC from San Jose State University, 12 homers, 42 RBI. Now the umpire is going to go over to the first base side. He might be going over to see a trainer if the ball hit him in the hand. I think that's exactly what's going on. It looked like he really shook his hand right when the ball came through, and he is going to go see somebody down the first base line. We're going to take a short break here. We're in the top of the second. Packers on top 4-0.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. in downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Well, everybody looks to be okay. Umpire went down and got checked out in the dugout, and he came right on back. So he is fine, hopefully. And a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Agard. Out at second base is Trevion Martinez. 2 outs here in the second. That's a beautiful pitch in there for a strike. Right on the corner, it's 1-2. That was in the dirt. Nice stop by Kyle Pedersen. Sliding to his right and keeping that one from going back to the backstop. So it count evens up at 2-2. Dane Morrow, the on-deck hitter for Healdsburg. 2-2 check swing, and he did not go. A little bit too low on the pitch. It's 3-2. Big goal at second base as Groves has moved over to try to keep the runner close. And that's ball 4. So Agard gets the base on balls. That's 2 hit batters and a base on balls in the first 2 innings from Santiago and Dane Morrow, who struck out his first time up. But we have seen him hit a home run here at McBean Stadium. He did it to the left field, to the opposite field. So we know he's got the power. First and second here. And 2 outs. Left-hand hitting Morrow, the right fielder, already making an imprint on the game with his defense. Pass ball's outside, 1-0. Dane from the University of Michigan as Kyle Pedersen goes out to talk to his pitcher. Padres have had some activity up in the bullpen down the first base line. As Kyle, some words of wisdom, he imparts them to his pitcher, and now we're ready to go. 1 ball, no strikes on Morrow. Agard at first, Martinez at second. Still just in the second inning, but the Prune Packers on top 4-0. That one is in there for a strike, 1-1. Right on the knees. And the inside against Morrow, so evens the count up 1 ball and 1 strike. Two hits in the inning, a walk, a hit batter, a Potter's error, a wild pitch. That's fouled back to the screen. That one was pretty close to the camera there, Evan. We can't be doing that game 37 and have it all of a sudden hit the camera. I mean, that would just be, isn't this ironic? You know, that's like rain on your wedding day. Come on. Last game of the season. Jake McCoy on deck. Morrow, the 8th hitter here in the inning, with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Sails the fastball high and outside, evens the count up at 2. Sun still a factor, left field, third base, and shortstop. And probably will be for another half an hour. Sails that one high and outside as well. Had him 1-2, now it's 3-2 on Morrow with McCoy to follow. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, runners going to Morrow. Swings and misses off-speed pitch. Got Morrow on strikes with 3 runs for the Prune Packers here in the second. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. Healdsburg 4 and Lincoln nothing.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Back here at McBean Stadium, bottom of the second, first game of the PEL playoffs. Prune Packers on top 4-0. It'll be Kyle Pedersen, Perrin Bland, and Mace Madsen 7, 8, and 9 against Austin Steves, who had the bases loaded with a couple of walks and a single in the first inning. Got out of it. Potters hit a couple of bullets, but hit it right at Morrow in right field, and he made a great catch on one of them. Pedersen takes a ball, 1-0. Kyle with 235 out of Roseville, California, and UC Davis, the Potters catcher. Pops that one up out of play to our right. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swings and misses at that one, 1-2. 87, a little bit off the outside corner from Steves out of Stanford University. 1-0 on the season. Kyle fouls that one off down the right side, so he'll stay alive at 1-2. That one hit just a little bit too low on the slider. Came in, would have caught that outside corner, but was downstairs a bit. 2-2 on Kyle. His home run was at Healdsburg earlier in the season. Hits a ground ball up the middle and snagged by the pitcher over to first for the out. So a good play by Steves. That one might have been headed up the middle. Potter's hitting the ball well, but right at the Prune Packers right now, and here's Perrin Bland. Potters DH out of Meridian, Mississippi, and committed to Southern University, hitting .340 on the year with a half dozen home runs. He has driven in 35 on the summer. He's been here all summer long from Meridian, our sister city, where the mayor is parents' dad. Swings and fouls that one back to the screen. Steve's up to 90 miles an hour on the fastball. 0-1. Swings and misses at a slider. 0-2 on Bland. He is DHing for the Potters. He's played short, he's played second, played some outfield. And he's been in the DH spot for about the last week or so as the Potters making their run. Inside corner call, strike 3. Second strikeout for Austin Steves, both of the call, third strike variety. And here is Mays Madsen with 2 outs here in the second inning. All of a sudden, already we got a lost kid out there in the second inning. That's not good. Lost kids go to the merchandise booth. They'll probably give you something while you're waiting. And Mom will catch up with you. So here's Madsen, who's been known to drop a bunt down on occasion, or try to. He's not going to do it there. He's going to take it inside for a ball. Mays at 226, 10 RBIs, and 16 runs scored for the Potters. He's out in center field, batting in the number 9 spot against Steves. And he'll take outside, make it 2-0. Ethan Groves, the leadoff man on deck. Potters loaded the bases in the first, but a line drive by Dobson was snagged by Dane Morrow in right field. And crisis averted for the Prune Packers, and they scored 3 of their own in the top of the second. Madsen will take a strike, 2-1. Mays out of St. George, Utah, and Utah Tech University. Hits that one out to second baseman with a diving target. Not make the play into right field for a base hit for Madsen. Cut off by Morrow out in right center field, and Mays drops it in there for the second hit for the Potters, and the guy who has the first hit, Ethan Groves, will be the next hitter. Potters again going with a lot of left-handed hitters. Jackson Norton, Kyle Pedersen, and Perrin Bland, the only right-handers. And here's Ethan Groves, singled off the foot of the pitcher back in the first inning. Coming in at .368, and he has scored 32 runs. As I said, he was here, then he was gone, then he was back, and he's been critical since returning. Swings and misses at that breaking ball. 0-1. Ian Guanzon on deck if Ethan can get the Potters there. Mays leads off at first base. Steves hasn't gone to first, and there goes Mays, and that ball's fouled out of play. 0-1 pitch, you got to go if you're the hitter, and you like it, you got to go after it. Don't think that was a hit and run, but Madsen had a pretty good jump on that one. But it's now 0-2 on Ethan Groves out of Elk Grove, California, and Sac City College. And I have no doubt he will be playing baseball even further than on the junior college level for what we've seen here this summer. 0-2 coming up. Swings and misses. Nice breaking pitch from Steves. He gets the strikeout. That's his third. We go to the third inning. Prune Packers on top, 4-0.
You are Laborers Rising. And now you understand where we came from, what solidarity means, and what we have ahead of us. No one's going to defend us but us. No one's going to help construction workers accept us. And I can't wait to see you out there.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Top of the third inning, it'll bring Jake McCoy to the plate. Then Campbell, then Sows against Justin Santiago. He's given up 3 hits, allowed 4 runs. 2 of them are earned. He has hit 2 batters, walked 1, and struck out 3. So stat stuffer on that. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. McCoy's popped out to short his first time up. He hits that one up in the air. Right behind home plate, Pedersen's not going to have a chance. Hopefully it hits on top of our tarp. And it'll be a strike 1. It's McCoy out of San Jose State University. 327 with 5 bombs for the Prune Packers. He's driven in 28. Scored, no, that was Morrow who scored 34. I don't have McCoy's score, sorry. Just have to wait for that. That's down low, 1-1. Great crowd out here for a Wednesday night. Not officially a Wine and Wiener Wednesday, but we can treat it as such. McCoy, did he go around? I think he did. Yes, he did. So it's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jake McCoy. Back out. We know they're doing the bacon wrapped hot dogs because Evan, the engineer, got one. And that's, I have to say that Evan, the engineer, got the hot dog, had the hot dog, then had an order of quesadillas, ate all the quesadillas, and that was all before the first pitch. Chopped foul on top of the dugout and takes a hop and right over by Sabores to Mexico. Watch out for the quesadillas. 1-2. Hits that one foul over the grassy knoll. That's a rip over the fence into the park proper, McBean Park, of which the stadium is just a small part. With swimming pools, skateboard, all kinds of stuff over there. Past the trees in left field. 1-2 again to Jake McCoy. Outside corner, misses it, 2-2. Three strikeouts for Santiago, 3 free passes, and 3 hits allowed so far in this one. McCoy chops it, foul down the third baseline. The coach again, if you can't make the easy play, don't make a try for it. You just demean yourself, okay? If you can't make the play in the coach's box, just let it go. Do it again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rips it foul again. That is out by the kid zone. And that might have gone down the slide, the water slide. So McCoy hitting some pretty impressive foul balls, but we're still 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Santiago's pitch count going up a little bit with Jake at the plate. Padres do have a right-hander out in the bullpen, loosening up. McCoy steps out, coming back in 2-2. Get some cowbells working today. I like to hear that. Sails the fastball too high at 91 from Santiago, but it goes full now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Justin headed for the University of Utah in the fall. That's dribbled down the first baseline and foul. Talking to his mom earlier. They're a little nervous. He hasn't driven in the snow before, so it may be a little bit of an adjustment for Justin from Southern California. But they're putting snow tires on, so they're taking precautions, obviously. But that's an exciting prospect as he is taken off to Utah. That's fouled off again by McCoy, and he's spreading it out down the right field line, left field line, short, long. He is varying in it, and he has worked it to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cade Campbell on deck, and then Camden Sows here in the 3rd inning for the Prune Packers. Swings and misses on a ball inside. 4th strikeout for Santiago. No, wait a minute. Hold on. He thinks he might have got hit, I think, but he swung, so he's out. I'm sorry. That's my interpretation of the rules. You swing, you're out. It looked like I kind of tip my cap to that. You strike out and you act like you got hit and you're going to go to first base. That's a good bit. In this case, it doesn't work for McCoy. He is out number 1 here in the 3rd, and it'll bring up Cade Campbell, who reached on an error and scored back in the 2nd inning. Slow ground ball that was bobbled at 3rd by Guanzon, and he later scored. Started off the inning with that error. Then we had a hit by pitch later, a couple of singles, a walk, fielder's choice, and all of a sudden it's a 4-0 ball game. Fastball is on the corner for a strike. 0-1 to Campbell, 320 for Cade with 7 home runs and 29 RBI, 27 runs scored. He is out of University of California at Berkeley, down there in Berkeley. That's in the dirt, so it's 1-1. Kyle Pedersen behind the plate for Lincoln here in Game 1 of the PEL playoffs, best of 3. Game 1 today. Game 2 is Friday in Healdsburg, and a Game 3, if necessary, will be Saturday in Healdsburg. That's popped up right side. McGraw has his eye on it, coming over near the stands, and his eye will, all he has on it is a foul ball out of play. Check out the LincolnPotters.com. There's going to be a viewing party on Friday for Potter fans watching the game from Healdsburg. I will not be on the call, but I could come over and, describe it to you as we watch it on the screen if you want. I'll have to talk to the powers that be about that one. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Santiago. Campbell is down on strikes. 2 out here in the 3rd inning. And here is Camden Sows, who struck out his first time. He is the Dueling Dogs batter out of Santa Clara University. 296 for Camden. He is at 3rd base for the Prune Packers in this one. I believe he has 2 home runs on the season. Not as many games played as the other starting Prune Packers. He's up here with 2 outs and nobody on in the 3rd. He'll take a ball. A little bit too low, 1-0. Struck out back in the 2nd inning, so Potters fans got half off the Dueling Dogs down at the Brick and Barrel Backyard Bar and Grill, run by Curtis the Beer Man. That is in there for a strike, 1-1. Curtis the Beer Man or Mr. 300, whichever one you want to call him. He'll answer to both. He likes to converse when you go buy beers from him. Doesn't like the strict, just money beer. He wants to talk. 1-1 to Camden. That is in there, I think. Yes, it is, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes on Sows. We're in the top of inning number 3 from Lincoln. Shadows about 2/3 of the way taking over the field. And a foul ball down the first base line, and that'll be out of play. So it stays at 1-2 on Camden Sows from Santa Clara University. And now the Dogs are really out the mixtape from Willie's Barking Dogs to try to get a dueling dog strikeout here. Justin Santiago working from the stretch. Swing and a miss. He got him on strike. Struck out the side, did Justin Santiago. Now it's time for the bats. We go to the bottom of the third. Potter's trailing this one 4-0.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Bottom of inning number 3, Potters trail at 4-0. Austin Steves, the left-hander out of Stanford. It's back out on the mound for the Prune Packers. He'll face Ian Granzon. Ty McGraw and Shane Miller for the Potters, 2, 3, and 4 against Steves, the left-hander. First batter is a right-hander, Granzon, who took a call third strike that he did not agree with back in the first inning, so he has a score to settle. He takes outside for a ball. That one gets right around the outside corner from Steves, so it's 1-0 on Ian. Out of Chico, California. Comes in at 389. Batting in the second spot for the Potters, and he takes a strike right there, 1-1. 88 right down the pipe from Austin Steves. Evens it up. Potters had 3 walk-offs in the last week of league play, and Ian had one of them. That's a little bit outside. I think that might. So everybody together, just a bit outside. Okay, we got that out of the way, and it's 2-1. I might try to legislate to get that one counted as 2 balls on 1 pitch, but I don't think I'm going to be successful. Ball 3, high and outside from Steve at 88. Who has walked 2 and given up 2 hits. So far, he has struck out 3. And Granzon leading off here in the bottom of the third. Takes a strike, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes on Ian Granzon. Look out. That's going to hit him. Again, I speak on behalf of every batter anywhere. If you have 3 balls on me, just throw ball 4 somewhere. Don't hit me with it. I waited through 3 balls. It doesn't matter what team I'm on. Either way, just go ahead and walk me. I don't need to get hit with it. Ty McGraw, the batter. He ripped a line drive to right that Dane Morrow handled back in the first inning. That was at 113 miles an hour off the bat. And so Ty is 0 for 1. 10 home runs, 41 runs batted in. Second in the PEL in home runs, third in RBI. And he did it all in just 25 games. Ty takes one and it's in there for a strike. Perfectly placed by Steves, knee high on the outside corner. Couldn't place it any better if he tried. So it's 0-1 on Ty. Out of Gardendale, Alabama, we say hi to the Gardendale group down there. Going to first time. I think Steves has thrown to first base and easily back as Guanzon. Ty's mom, Tracy, heading the contingent back there in Gardendale for us, running the fan club and everything. The Ty fan club, but also the Phantom fan club, too. 0-1 pitch is way outside, handled by Martinez, but it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Shane Miller follows for the Potters, who had the bases loaded in the first inning and couldn't push anything across. Had a base hit from Mays Madsen in the second, but he was stranded at first base. And now here we are in the third. Outside, big slider, 2-1 to Ty McGraw out of Troy University, the Trojans of Troy. Outfield is actually straight away and deep for McGraw. Left field in the shadow. Center field, the only one left that's in the sun. 2-1 pitch coming up. No, go over to first again and easily back is Guanzon. Ian has not shown the proclivity towards stealing that many of the other Potters have shown. So he is pretty close to first base over there. McGraw takes outside, 3-1. Now we're going to get a visit from, I think that's Joey Gomes over there, as we get some activity in the Healdsburg bullpen. Right-hander getting up to throw. Might be Peter Storjahan, number 33, I believe, but that's pretty far away for an old fellow like me. Umpire says, you know, I had to break up the other teams. I've got to break you guys up too. I'm sorry about that. And they finally concluded their business, and we'll come back with a 3-ball, 1-strike count to Ty McGraw. Down at first is Ian Guanzon. That's ball 4. So a hit by pitch and a walk here in the third inning. That is the third walk along with the hit by pitch issued, and we're going to get a pitching change, it looks like. So that will be the end for Austin Steves. We'll go away, come back in the bottom of the third with the Potters trailing at 4-0.
Thank you. 4 to 0. 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 4
Hey, baseball fans, you may have noticed our scoreboard goes out from time to time. You can help us get a new one. Give $20 and get a chance at winning 2 tickets to some of the region's biggest events, like the Outlaw Festival with Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp, a Sacramento Kings game, or Ringling Brothers Circus. All proceeds benefit the Big Swing Capital Campaign. You can buy now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Hey everyone, this is Alex with the Downtown Lincoln Association. We're super excited to kick off Lincoln Loves Local, a new campaign designed to spotlight amazing businesses that make Lincoln so unique. We partnered with Dalila from UN Social Agency to create short, high-quality videos that help boost your visibility and reach right here in the Lincoln community. Each video will be shared on DLA's social media and newsletter, making it easy for locals to discover and support your business. So let's celebrate what makes Lincoln special together.
Peter Storjohan is the new pitcher for the Healdsburg Prune Packers, making his 10th appearance, 16 innings, 11 hits, and 2 runs allowed. He'll face Shane Miller with runners at first and second, McGraw at first, and Guanzon at second. Nobody out here in inning number 3. First pitch is outside. Steve's 2+ innings, 2 hits, walked 3, hit 1, struck out 3. Is responsible for the 2 runners on the bases right now. Storjohan is a pretty tall dude. Shane Miller, who walked his first time up. Lines it to left field. That is down for a base hit. Knocked down in left field by Golden, and that loads the bases for Jackson Norton. That is the 3rd hit for the Potters. And that ball played well by Golden in left field. He knocked it down. And here's Jackson Norton, who got a base on balls his first time up. So a walk and a single for Miller, and here's Norton. 266, 3 home runs, 20 batted in, 26 scored for the right fielder. Takes a strike. 0-1. Right down at the knees from Storjohan. Brady Dobson is next for the Potters. It's hit sharply to shortstop, over to second for 1. They're going to turn the double play, and yes, they do. The Potters score a run. 6-4-3, no RBI for Norton. It'll score Guanzon, and at third is Ty McGraw. But now 2 outs and Brady Dobson at the plate. So Dobson, who blistered a line drive to right that Dane Morrow made a great catch on back with the bases loaded in the first inning, has another chance, this time with a runner at third and 2 outs now. That was Mansberry to Campbell to Agard at first, and just a tailor-made double play. Brady takes a strike. Norton hit it hard, but hit it right at Mansberry at shortstop. 0-1 on Dobson. That one is down in the dirt, and Martinez, who's pretty impressive behind the plate, knocks it down. McGraw at third. 2 outs now here in the third. Potters are on the board, but they still trail it 4-1. Dobson takes it inside. Corner called a strike. One ball and 2 strikes now on Dobson. Brady hits it out towards second base. That's Campbell to first. And Storjohan comes in and does the job. Potters score 1. We go to the 4th. They trail it 4-1.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Baseball fans, you may have noticed our scoreboard goes out from time to time. You can help us get a new one. Give $20 and get a chance at winning 2 tickets to some of the region's biggest events.
Troy Yeltsin, the new pitcher in the 4th inning for the Potters, making his 11th appearance, 11 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts. He'll face Matthew Mansberry. We got Brendan Lewis batting for Mansberry, who was hit by a pitch the first time up, so hopefully he's all right. So Lewis rips one to left field, and it is gone. A home run for Brendan Lewis. And that makes it 5-1 in favor of the Prune Packers. So we didn't even have a chance to write Lewis into our scorebook. And he hits the ball out of the park in left field. Top of the order, Rex Watson is next. So here's Watson, who doubled to open the game, hit the ball out in left field, lost in the sun, and then singled a second time up on a bullet to right field at 111 miles an hour. Swings and misses at that one. That is Brendan Lewis's 7th home run of the season. He now has 26 runs batted in, so not really a surprise, a lot of power. Watson swings and misses. So it's 0-2 on Rex, who has scored twice in this game. Gives him 27 runs scored on the season. Left-handed center fielder out of Coastal Carolina. Swings and fouls that one off. Watson, the top hitter in the league at .483. With a double and a single tonight, followed by Cannon Golden and then Trevian Martinez after the leadoff home run from Lewis. Again, Mansberry was hit by a pitch, so hopefully he is all right. But Lewis, at least in the short term, came up with a pretty good solution right there. Watson takes it in the dirt, so it's 1-2. Kyle Pedersen behind the plate for the Potters. Wanzan at third, Miller at short, Groves at second, and Ty McGraw at first. Norton, Madsen, and Dobson in the outfield. And Trey Yeltsin, the second pitcher for the Potters in this one. Santiago was, that's ripped foul down the first base line. Santiago kind of shaky in the first 2 innings. Everything was kind of off. The first batter, it's a fly ball to left, it's lost in the sun. Then we got an infield single, a hit batter, and then a pass ball to score the run. In the second inning, we had an error to lead off and another hit batter. Couple of singles, wild pitch, pass ball, and that's how we got to 4-1, or 4-0. And Potters made it 4-1, and Lewis just made it 5-1. Swings and fouls it at the plate, and that one got Pedersen. And we have had 3 or 4 times when we brought out medical personnel. One time the umpire went in and got it himself. Kyle is going to take a minute, and he's tough, so you know that really stung. Shine Varga, the trainer, comes out with Eli Garcia, the manager. And they'll just take as much time as you want kind of situation. And there doesn't seem to be much anybody can do. So Brendan Lewis, the pinch hitter, who we assume will be taking over at shortstop for Mansberry, hits the home run to lead the inning off. Watson fighting up here with a 1-ball, 2-strike count, and Pedersen predictably is going to come in back behind the plate, although he still looks a little bit shaky. And we're ready to go again with the field totally engulfed in shadows now, so no more losing anything in the sun. 1-2 pitches hit into the hole into right field, a base hit. So Watson has his 3rd hit of the night, He's at first base with still nobody out here in the fourth, and Kenan Golden, who was grounded to third and hit a 2-run single, will be the hitter. Golden now with 14 runs batted in. He's got a pretty impressive .412 average himself coming in, and is 1 for 2. Blooped one into left center field his last time up with the bases loaded, and doing the job for the Prune Packers to drive in 2. He's up here now with nobody out in the fourth, and he's got Watson over at first. That pitch is a little bit outside. 1-0 on Golden from Ole Miss. 12 runs batted in, now 14, and 24 runs scored on the year for the left fielder Golden. Watson with a pretty good lead over first base. Yeltsin to the plate, and it is a ball too low. 2-0 now on Kenan Golden. Top of the fourth inning. Great crowd out here for the first game of the PEL playoffs. Potters have not had that much to cheer about, although the hot dogs are pretty good, and there's a lot of cold beer down the first baseline. That's two good things. Ripped to right field, and that is a foul ball. Ty McGraw pointed it out first, and the umpire thankfully agreed with him. And so Cannon will have to come back with now a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Potters with some more moving around out there in their bullpen. Don't know if they're going to get somebody else up throwing here, as we're in the top of inning number 4. Santiago, as we said, a little bit shaky the first two, but his last inning, he struck out McCoy, Campbell, and Soes. 1, 2, 3. So he left on a good note, probably up near his pitch count after the first 2 innings. Watson gets back at first as Yeltsin flips it over to Ty McGraw, who flips it back. 2-1 on Golden. There goes the runner. The pitch is a ball. The throw is a little bit offline and safe at second base.